reason. It just took a nice long time, but January is flying by. It's hard to believe that we're already here.
It's true. It's true.
But really great.
It's just moving along, which is, hey, we have to move along. Like we you and I both have
Yeah.
where we're located, there's some chilly months going on, but that's okay, right? Hello.
Right? Very much so. Yeah,
All right.
it's time. We've noticed a big pickup, like a big increase now that the holidays are over. This past week has been crazy busy. It's really nice with bookings, people coming in for the year, planning their summer vacation, late spring. Like it's really great to see.
Well, of course they want to go to the most beautiful resort, of course.
It's really, really
Amazing.
special.
Well, a lot of our spoiled agents are coming in because you know what? They all plan to come on nice and early, and we love that. We love
Yes.
it. So I think we're going to get started. But of
Sure.
course, we're going to record this session for everybody. And the good news is this is live on Facebook, this is live on Zoom, this is live on YouTube, and this is live on LinkedIn. So you're not going to miss out. And we're also going to add it to Jan's page later today as well. So I just want
Exactly.
to welcome all of our spoiled agents from across Canada and the US. We have what we call our mega session. And we have a very good friend of ours here at Spoiled Agent. I know a lot of you know Jen as well, Jen Lapointe, who actually represents Haven Riviera, Cancun Resort and Spa. And we love that, a couple times a year we get to connect with you, Jan, and see where
Mhm.
you guys are at with all of your great, agent rates and what's always new. And we know that you guys always are working on making things so spectacular there. And it's just the most beautiful resort. I love listening to you speak about it. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, thank you, Susan. It really is a very special resort, and I'm so excited to be able to share it. Hopefully, this is some of your first time seeing the property. You are going to love it, and it really is like this inside gem that you have that you can share with your clients. So it really is a perfect time to kind of refresh yourself at the beginning of the year if you've seen it before.
Great. Well, we're going to get started, like I said, and I just want to remind everyone, if anyone has any questions for Jan, we're just going to add them to the Q&A. So we will save time at the very end to take them, and we'll get you guys all back to work and selling Haven within the hour. Not to worry about that. And just want to say, first of all, Jan, thank you for everything in advance. We love working with you from Spoiled Agent and all of our Spoiled
Thank
Agents
you,
for
Susan.
joining us, whether it was over your coffee break or your lunch, to join Jan and learn if you haven't learned or to get a refresher on this beautiful resort. So over to you, Miss Jan. I'll see you at the end at the Q&A box.
Thank you, Susan. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. And Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and enjoy some time with family and friends. And I really hope that I can see you at Haven this year. As I mentioned earlier, it really is a very special property. It's an independent property. It's very unique. And what they're really noted for is the sales and service aspect. Now, because there's a little bit of a lag sometimes in the video, I'm going to turn my camera off so you can have full screen of what makes Haven exactly what it is. So first and foremost, this is the arrival at Haven. It really is a serene, it's a picturesque hotel anywhere you are on property. Very Instagram worthy moments all over the resort. So, but it is very much a sanctuary. It's very serene. There's lots of activities that go on during the day, but it's really fun to just chill, and you can find these pockets of areas where it's nice and quiet, and you can just relax and rejuvenate. I'm going to take you on a walk through Haven and what a day in the life of Haven means. So sit back and listen to this. I don't know about you, but that just looked like the perfect day to me. So let me introduce you to what Haven is, how it originated, and where we're from. Our parent company is called Hip Hotels, and they're a family-owned group of 29 hotels that are set in the Islands, the Balearic Islands, and Andalusia. So they've just opened their first resort in Mexico. We're going to be 7 years old this year. It's unbelievable how quickly that flew. And we are 435 junior one bedroom or two bedroom suites. It's a beautiful design, very authentic, very feeling like you're in Mexico. So with some beautiful art throughout. They really are focused on the customer experience, but the property itself, the attention to detail is really incredible. We are members of Preferred Hotel and Resorts LVX Collection and also with the American Express Hotel Collection. That really kind of sets the standard so you know with the quality of product that we have to maintain in order to achieve this status. We've also been a repeated winner of the TripAdvisor's Travelers Choice Award. We're just waiting for our 25 notification, but it should be in shortly. This past year, we achieved our AAA Ford Diamond designation, and that was a real wonderful achievement for us. It was the first year that we applied. We got it very quickly, so we had really achieved the level that's required to maintain that status as well. And then a couple years back, we joined EarthCheck, and they have awarded us now a silver status for recognizing that we deliver a luxury experience to guests. That we're maintaining and sustaining the area, being very responsible to the region, and making sure that the destination is there for years to come in this pristine condition. One of my favorite attributes of the hotel is the proximity to the airport. It's literally 20 minutes from door to door. You can be, as soon as you walk through, pick up your luggage and walk through, transfer waiting, you get it direct, highly recommend. It's only 20 minutes. You can be downtown in another 20 minutes. You can be in Puerto Morelos in about 20 minutes. And Playa del Carmen is south of us at about 45. I'm just going to point out also the El Tinto Golf Course, which is right across the highway from us, and it's where we offer our complimentary green fees for all guests. So besides location, there's many more reasons. Things like we heat our pools in the winter. So there's 76 degrees, both the swim outs and the main pools. We are an all-suite resort, which is really wonderful. The Serenity Club is the elevated service that gives you a lot more inclusions and is super affordable. So this is something you really want to recommend to guests just because of the extra attributes that it brings. We only do one wedding a day, which I think is really special, making sure that the bride and groom, or bride and bride, or groom just feel like they're the center of attention that day. We have some great romance suites I'm going to describe for you in a bit. And although I mentioned complimentary green fees across the highway at El Tinto Golf Course, it's only 10 minutes. About 8 of those minutes is just getting from the road to the hotel. So it's really, really close. We have wonderful attention to the food and beverage experience, so the gastronomy and the cuisine are excellent, and they can also cater to a whole wide variety of dietary needs. We will ask every time they walk into a restaurant if they have any allergies or concerns, and we'll take care of them from there. Our spa itself is a real sanctuary. I'm going to take you on a tour through the spa as well. And one of the best attributes I think, for the industry is that we have no timeshare or vacation club, and we will not ever add that to our offerings. So there are many ways that you can pamper yourself at Haven. I mentioned the Serenity Club, so you have a private check-in and you have your own lounge area. You've got 2 restaurants that are available to you, and you have a private butler for your entire stay, but there's many more things that I'll get into. We have beautiful private service boxes for your room service, or if you need anything from housekeeping, they can leave it in a box so you don't have to answer the door. But we do offer 24-hour dining on the room service. We've got 7 restaurants throughout the property, 6 of which are a la carte, and 1 marketplace, which is like a buffet, but it's really individual plates. We have 2 snack bars. We have pop-up hamburger grills or taco bars around the property during the day. So there's lots of choices People don't have to get dressed to go into a restaurant to dine during the day. We've got 8 bars throughout the property, which I think is enough. We have all of our main pools have got swim up bars, which is really great. We've got great mixologists on property as well. There's actually 4 pools on property, and we've got this jacuzzi that can actually fit probably 40 people. It's really fun. People hang out there all day. We have 2 gyms that are open 24 hours. We've got tennis, we've got pickleball court, just one. We just added it this last year, really fun, and a lot of multi-use courts throughout the property. We serve cocktails not only on the beach and around the pools, but if you're in a swim out, we'll bring cocktails. They come by, every 15 minutes, depending on what you need. They'll come by the swim out bars, swim out suites at the same time to offer cocktails. We've got a great mochaccino coffee shop, which is like our Starbucks, but really amazing food there, as well as the spa, which is just so chill and relaxing. We on property additionally have a temescal. And a temescal, if you haven't heard what that experience is like before, it's a very spiritual Mayan ritual. And I'm going to take you on a little bit of a walk through what temescal is. And then we also have a couple of new dining experiences, one of which is the chef's table at Olio's. It's a really beautiful 7-course food and wine pairing. So those are just some of the ways, but there's many, many more. There are too many to mention. You can see from this aerial of the resort, it's very private. It's a real sanctuary, as I've said. To the north of us, which is at the bottom right of the screen, would be Moon Palace. It's about a 30-minute walk down the beach. And then in the top left-hand corner, about another 30-minute down the beach, is the Hilton Cancun. So really great area to stretch, to watch. We're right off of the barrier reef there. We have a beautiful sense of arrival. This is the Port Cochere where you arrive. You're met by our concierge at the door, and they will hand you a cocktail, a refreshment. Very spacious, very well designed. They'll take you either to the reception area or to the Serenity Club Lounge to do your check-in. I'm pointing out some of these charts because I think they really are helpful if you have a guest who wants to be near to the main section, whereas majority of the restaurants, the bars, the shops, and things like that are located. That's right in the center of the image that you're looking at. All of the Roman numerals are where the guest suites are. So as I mentioned, if somebody is challenged in any way for getting around, maybe building 6 would be the building to be in because of the proximity to the main lobby. If they want to perhaps have more privacy and be, not really see anybody, I recommend building 8 or building 1, where you don't have guests nearby. So I think it's just a really lovely area. So these maps are available to you and can really help guide you to where you may want to position a guest. So this is our main pool. It's a really beautiful 2-level pool, infinity on one side, and all the activities happen in the lower level. You can do laps in there. We've got paddleboard yoga, which is super fun just to watch. We've got lots and lots of ballet beds around the property, so you don't have to fight for a ballet bed or a lounge chair. This is really spacious, lots of room to chill and relax and watch what's going on. They do pool volleyball, of course. There's saxophonists sometimes in the afternoon, or the staff will come out and they do some skits. They're just really fun and entertaining during the day. But you can also find pockets where it's super private and super quiet. This is one of the little oases, which is called the Havens Pool. It's a round pool. It's a zero entry pool. Really great. You can pull your chair right into the pool. You could, if you're in a wheelchair, you could roll right into the pool. Really great, serene area just to chill and relax. And in the center of the pool on the right, I'm just going to point out the building that you see that's on stilts. Below is the swim up bar, and above is the Vistas restaurant. We're going to come back to that in a minute, but it's a beautiful outdoor dining area for Serenity Club guests. So Havens Pool is one of my favorite to chill, relax, just listen to quiet music, and just soak up the sun. Now, if guests are staying in Serenity Club, they get access to the Serenity Club section. There are two buildings in this area that face the pools and the ocean that have all of the amenities that Serenity Club guests would want. It's got a swim up bar. It has a restaurant there that's open for breakfast and for dinner. You get pool and beach wait service here as well, of course. We even have, because you're in Serenity Club, a menu in which guests during the day can order food to be delivered poolside to them. So they don't have to put on anything and go anywhere. It'll come to them. I think that's a really great feature if you're paying for a club level access. Okay, I'm going to take you inside now. So our suites are really designed for the most perfect sleep I've ever had. In these buildings, 1 through 8, I've listed here all of the room categories that are in each building. So the blue is Serenity Club, and the tan color is non-Serenity, where our buildings are only 4 stories high, but underneath each building is where we have hallways where, room service or maintenance or housekeeping. So they're not on the floor necessarily, rolling the cart down the hall. They're underground and then coming up into the building. So it creates for a very peaceful and serene environment. So if guests are booking a particular category, through these two maps, you will see what type of building or which building that room category is located in. I think it's really helpful for knowing what you should book and what extra access or services they want. What you're looking at now is our lead-in category. This is a junior suite. This one has an ocean view. It's not ocean front. If it was ocean front, it would be Serenity Club. So they either have a king or 2 double beds in the non-Serenity. And in Serenity, we actually have it with 2 queens as well. So they're, of course, really beautifully furnished with art and decor that's really from the region. It feels super authentic. We have concierge service, as I mentioned, throughout the hotel. And all the things that you would normally expect, like, today, USB ports beside the bed. Wi-Fi, of course, is superb throughout the property. We have a beautiful 50-inch TV, which you can bring a Fire Stick or USB and watch movies on it. Got great espresso machines in the room. The hair dryer, ladies or guys, is really incredible. So no worries there. They don't need to bring one down. We also have a safety deposit box that has a charger in it, so you can store your laptop in there and keep it charged while you're out of the room. Bluetooth speakers, and we offer free calling from the US back to Canada. And of course, twice daily maid service would just be standard. So the suites are, as I mentioned, super spacious. They're over 524 square feet, super large, 40, almost 49 square meters. You can see what a double-bedded room would look like in a junior suite, and on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see where those suites are located. So building 2, 3, and 6, for example. Our other room category, which I highly recommend, if you have anyone who's going down to celebrate their wedding anniversary or they're honeymooning or they're just starting out the relationship, a romance suite is really fun. It's a junior suite or a Serenity Club junior suite, but it includes all these extras. So it's like building in a romance honeymoon package into the stay. They get a bottle of wine when they arrive, and there's a chef's amenity like chocolate dipped strawberries in their suite. That one night they can choose to have a romantic dinner in one of the restaurants. And then when they get back to the room, we'll have filled up their jacuzzi tub, filled it with aromatherapy, and rose petals will be around the room. So as I said, it's really special, really lovely way to wind down your evening. And then in the morning, they can wake up to romantic breakfast in bed, or they can just have it delivered to their privacy box. It's a really lovely additional feature. Another room category that we have on all of our room categories that's available is called a Pure Wellness Suite. So a Pure Wellness Suite has got these extra, it's a 7-step purification system, and it looks at everything from the bedding to the pillows to the filters that are in the air conditioning unit. It has a dehumidifier. It really has some wonderful hypoallergenic attributes, and it really helps not only with people's sleep, but if they have any allergies to air or dust, this will take it right out of the room. So it's a lovely thing to look for if you're looking for guests that might have any breathing issues. Our Serenity Club that I mentioned is something that's really easy to upsell. Highly recommend it because of all of the features that it has. You're seeing in the bottom left the check-in lounge for the Serenity Club guests. They can lounge in there all day. There's a great bar there. And there's another private lounge that they can self-serve themselves. It's got food and books and TVs in there for them. The green fees at the Serenity Club, they're all included, of course, for all guests, but they'll also get a golf cart, and I'll tell you how that happens. And then just having the private pools, very chill, really nice area to relax in as well. So when they arrive, they're met by their butler, and the butler will take them to their suite. They'll have a choice of a variety of different aromatherapies in their room. So the maid will add that to their room every time the room is refreshed. They've got a really personalized mini bar. The butler will ask them what they would prefer, and they'll go from there during their stay. They have, of course, pillow menus and more toiletries. Things like a bug spray would be included in their room. The butler service is available from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And the butler will check in with them during the day, or you can reach out directly through WhatsApp. So that's the only app that they need to communicate with their butler. They can get things like hangers, or if they need a CPAP machine, we can get the distilled water that they need for the machine. Things like that. They're super helpful. They'll make all the dinner reservations that they need, etc. As a guest in Serenity Club, you also get access to two a la carte restaurants that are open every day. Vistas, which is the one over the Haven Pool, which is a beautiful outdoor restaurant, perfect for breakfast, also open for lunch, really lovely dining area. And Tahani, which is in the Serenity Club section. It's right beside the pool and the infinity pool. It has breakfast every day, but it also has a dinner and dance experience at night, which is complimentary for guests of Serenity Club, and it's a fee for guests that are not staying in Serenity. The room service menu is bigger. So I think that's a really nice thing. They have a more variety choices, another benefit. We give a 20% discount on any food and beverage add-ons that they might want, like anything from the wine list, for example. We've got a really great sommelier and a wonderful wine list on property. So I mentioned that the green fees are included for all guests, but they get a golf cart as well. That's generally about $75 to $85 savings per person. They get one cart for a 3-night stay, two carts for a 5-night stay, and three carts for 8 nights or more. That is fabulous. They can golf twice a day if they want. This is just how often the cart is included. They can, golf for 8 days. They'll get three carts included, and I think that it's really is plenty. The access to the course, as I mentioned, is only 10 minutes across the highway. The course will arrange for transfers. We have a golf concierge in the lobby who will arrange that. And literally 10 minutes there, quick round in 4 hours. They'll be back at the hotel before noon if they tee off around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. As a guest in Serenity Club, you also get discount on spa treatments, which I think is really lovely, but they give you a free access to the hydrotherapy pools in the spa. And there's small add-ons, like for if you want to incorporate all the steam showers, you could add that in for about $18. It's like there's some really great benefits to doing that. I talked already about the a la carte lunch that can be served poolside around the Serenity Pool. And I mentioned earlier that we have two gyms. One of them is exclusive to the Serenity Club guests, and all of our gyms are open 24 hours. So they can work out anytime. We don't mind if they want to work out at 4 a.m. Good for them. Every guest staying in Serenity Club will have a welcome amenity. We can also include a note for you, and I'll tell you how to do that. But they also get a complimentary beach bag. They can take that home with them if they like. It's branded. It's really a beautiful straw bag, really fun to have. Actually, that picture in the right-hand corner is what the bag looks like. So it's really lovely, easy to carry your things. As I mentioned, they get extra amenities. There's really lovely pockets and services that are exclusive to Serenity Club. That's wonderful to have. Now, Serenity Club Suites. This is a Serenity Club Junior Suite, oceanfront. It feels like you're on a cruise ship when you open up those blinds in the morning. Again, super spacious, over 452 square feet, really large. We have these in both swim out and upper categories, but all ocean front or ocean view. And the building 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8 are all Serenity Club, as you can see. We additionally have master suite. Now, master suite is having a separate bedroom from the main suite. So here they have a bar inside the room. They have a nice sitting area. There's a dining table in there, a desk. Still, all suites that are above the ground floor have a jacuzzi on the balcony as well, and a lovely lounge area to hang out outside. What's really nice about these is they can connect to another king bedded suite. So you can have two bedroom master suite where they share the central area, but they both have real privacy, not only in the suites themselves, but also on their balconies. I do want to say that on all the suites, the balconies are very private. So when you are using the jacuzzi, you don't have to worry about your neighbors, staring in. So just a note to keep there. And in our master suite, as well as our presidential suite, we have beautiful tubs that can easily hold two people. So super romantic, really nice area. One thing that I keep forgetting to mention is that we are adults only. If you haven't figured that out already, I apologize. We are adults only, 18 years and up. But we're not couples only. We do a lot of girlfriend getaways and bachelorette parties, family reunions that are, ranging from 20s to 80s. It's a really wide demographic, which I think is really nice. It makes it not feel, so it's not a party place. We're not going to drag you out of your chair to play a game in the afternoon or keep you up till 4 in the morning unless you really want to. But it really is, I think, perfect for all ages, just people wanting to reconnect. I did want to show you the presidential suite because we only have one, and I wish we had more because it is really a stunning, stunning room. It has a dining room that can seat 8 people. We'll bring in a mixologist for an hour cocktail one night during their stay so they can have a little cocktail party with friends. It has a pool table in the suite, has its own weight gym in the suite. It's a pulley and weight system. It has a wine cellar. It has a little chef's kitchen. If you want to order room service, you can order from the restaurants. We'll bring it up into the kitchen and serve you like you're in one of the restaurants. Really stupendous. So keep this in mind. Perfect for maybe the honeymoon couple or the mother and father of the bride or groom, whoever is, or the CEO of a company, whoever is really footing the bill. This is the suite to get. It's over 2,400 square feet. I think that's bigger than my house. As I said, it's super spacious. It only takes maximum 2 people, but it really is a great place to entertain if you've got other people on property. So keep this in mind. It's in building 1. It's a lovely, secure, serene building as well. If you have not had lunch yet, I apologize in advance. I'm going to take you through our dining and activities, things that you can do after dinner experience. So bear with me while I take you through a little bit of that. Oh, that always makes me hungry. So let me take you on a tour through some of the restaurants. As I mentioned, Flavors is our marketplace, and it is a buffet in the service in the meaning that you need to get up from your table to go into the food area. But we have beautiful plated foods, or you can self-serve on a number of things. It's got everything. They'll grill tacos for you, or steak, or fish, or eggs in the morning, of course. So there's lots of food prepped in front of you, but a lot of things are already plated, so easy to take away. Really lovely things, even things like stone crab and sushi is all available here at the marketplace. People come for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It really is a spectacular change in cuisine during the day. Our a la carte restaurants, the first one being Agua Bendita, all have show kitchens, which is really nice to see your food being prepared and to watch the chefs in action. Agua Bendita is the Mexican cuisine as well as a steakhouse. So beautiful featured steaks are there. They can upgrade and buy tomahawk steaks or some very premium steaks. But there's some great flank steak on the menu and fillets, etc., that are also available. They do tableside guacamole here. That has a beautiful tequila bar in the corner there. You can see a mural that's made of tile. It's really gorgeous. So lots of reasons to dine in Agua Bendita. Satsu is our Pan-Asian restaurant. It's Asian fusion. It's got not only Japanese like sushi, sashimi, etc., teppanyaki. It also has Thai food, some curries, some really lovely, and two teppanyaki tables in there that I think are really fun. At least they seat about 10, and you just book that with your butler or your concierge uh, as soon as you arrive. And then Boramar is a really nice, casual, oceanfront Italian restaurant. It's got all your favorites like lasagnas and veal, piccata, and a variety of pizzas. They have a pizza oven, which is really lovely. And it's open for dinner as well. I mentioned all of the restaurants have show kitchens, but they also have indoor and outdoor dining. Guess what? Dine outside, they have that opportunity. Olio's is really our fine dining restaurant. It's where men need pants, a collared shirt, closed-toed shoes. I do recommend for men that they just bring one pair of closed-toed shoes. It doesn't matter if they're sneakers, that's fine. And sometimes those kind of Hirachi sandals kind of thing would also be okay, but no thongs for the restaurants at night. They do get strict about that on occasion. I wouldn't want them to be disappointed. But Olio's is really beautiful Mediterranean dining at its finest. As you can see, it's amazing environment, really special area. And this is where we have a chef's table. It's really remarkable. I'll show you a little bit more on that. So Vistas and Tahani are the two restaurants exclusive to Serenity Club. As I mentioned, Vistas over the Havens Pool is open for breakfast and for lunch. And then Tahani is open for breakfast and for dinner. The dinner and dance experience at night is really super fun. They do a great job. And for non-Serenity guests, already gave you insight is about $65-$75 per person. But really well worth it. It's like being on a dinner and dance event in Manhattan. It's really a fun thing to do. The chef's table itself, as I mentioned, is a seven-course food and wine pairing. The images just don't do it justice. They do such amazing attention to detail. You can watch them craft the meal right in front of you. It's very fun to watch. And this last quarter, the theme has been corn, which is really the heart of Mexican cooking. Everything is based around corn. It's just a really fun thing to see the creative ways in which they've cultivated this and adapted it to a variety of different dishes. I'm going to give you one little video of something that we happen to have on the chef's table. Hoping you'll love this. do such a great job. I would love to, for all of you to be able to experience that. It really, really is worth it. The cost of that is about $135, I want to say. I'll check again soon, but it's around $135, which for a seven-course food and wine pairing is an actual real bargain. I'm just going to show you an image of the dinner and dance experience so you can kind of see it's a very creative show, a little bit of burlesque, a little bit of cabaret, very fun. These very skilled artists who perform here. There's singers. It's really a fun thing to see. Some of the other venues on property would be Moon's Cabaret, which is our nightclub. It also turns into it's where we have our entertainment in the evening. So shows start around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it could be again a burlesque show. It could be a Michael Jackson show. It could be a ventriloquist or some type of a illusionist. So really fun things. And then the dance floor opens at about 10:30. 11 o'clock, and it just becomes a party scene. It's really fun. It's open till around 1 in the morning. Limes is a bar that is both indoor and outdoor. It's also got TVs inside, so there's a lot of sports that you can watch. You know, you're not going to miss any of the North American sports that you want to partake in, and the bartenders will change the channel if you need something that you want to watch is on. They'll absolutely do that. But there's a gorgeous outdoor bar here also with the most amazing sunsets. This is where I like to go every evening, have a cocktail before I go to dinner. In the bottom right-hand corner is the Havens Lounge. That's in our lobby lounge. This lounge is open from 7 in the morning until 6 in the morning. It closes for 1 hour. It's a crazy thing. I absolutely love it. So after Moons closes and you want to continue that party vibe with a bunch of people that you've met, head over to Havens Lounge. It's because it's in the lobby and there's no rooms near there. It's nice and quiet still in the guest suites, but it's a really fun thing to hang out here at night or even during the day. Sometimes you need a little something to start your morning. And then on the other side is Mochaccino Cafe. Mochaccino is a coffee bar. They've got everything, oat milk, almond milk, all of the kinds of milk that you need. They have really great little sandwiches or muffins or desserts. During the day, you can grab something and go, especially if you're going on an excursion. It's a great thing to grab something before you leave. But all day long, they serve gelato there. They've got at least a dozen different types and flavors. It's really beautiful. I hang out here a lot during the day and just grab my favorites as well. So we also offer a lot of experiences. And some of the experiences are ones like a sip and savor. Throughout the property, we've got a number of kind of classes that you can take. It could be a tequila and Mexican tapas tasting, or Spanish wines, and the various things that you would want to enjoy to make the wine taste better going along with that. We have tequila and chocolate tasting, which is just phenomenal. And we even have a gin masterclass, which is only around $35, but it's a really fun thing to do to learn about gins and what goes best with each gin. So it's really not only educational, but it's something that guests will take back with them as some great memories. One shout out to our pastry chef. The chocolates are all made on property. He not only designs sculptures, but he has the most incredible desserts and sweets that you can grab throughout the day or evening. And if they're in Serenity Club, that lounge has got a really good supply of them. Okay, the spa. This is only a small section of the hydrotherapy circuit. Takes you through about 7 different pools where you've got jets that can pulsate on your back, or they can bubble up from your feet, or you can lounge in a chair and have the bubbles come up from behind your back. Really incredible hot pools, cold pools. It's really a fun thing to do. Heated relaxation chairs where they give you a little shoulder massage before you before you go into the pools. Really nice features, very large, beautiful environment. I had spoken earlier about the Temescal itself. Temazcal is a very sacred Mayan tradition. They bring in a shaman from the area who to perform this. So it has to be arranged with a spa. Ideally, 4 to 6 people or 8 people even is really ideal. It's a very cleansing, very rejuvenating. It really allows couples to reconnect. So if they're just coming through off a really hard time and they're coming down to Haven, recommend that they do this. It's something, it's like a rebirth. And that's a really, the shaman will talk you through the experience. It's about steam and heat and water, and it's based under a ceiba tree, which is a very spiritual tree in Mexico as well. Here's one of the gyms, one of our gym that's open for all people. It's called the so it's not just has a name, it's just called the gym. But it's got great new equipment. It has a trainer that's in there during the day, and some days he does a class, it's upper body, or the next day it's legs, but you'll always have someone there to help guide you through your practice. We have, as I mentioned, a tennis court, a pickleball court. We do beach volleyball and pool volleyball. We got a ping pong table. We do yoga both on a sun deck as well as in the pool on paddle boards. Crazy thing to watch. It's really fun. We do a macrame workshop a couple days a week. We have cooking classes throughout the property. Lots of things that you can do on property or on the ocean. We have kayaks and hobie cats that you can take out on your own. Or if you want someone will take you out on a sailing trip also. There's a gentleman there who will do that for you in the beach club. One of the things that I think is really easy, and just so you're aware, we have a web app. So it's not an app you download from the Google or Apple Store. This is just a URL. They'll add it to your home screen when they're on property on your phone, and you can see everything that's going on property. You can see what the menus are in the restaurants. You could even make dinner reservations. You can access the spa and what they offer and all of their treatments. You can see what activities there are, both on property or off property. Amstar is our DMC in-house, and they offer a huge variety of excursions, of course. It's got great maps of the property, helps you get around. And if you have a concierge, if you don't have a butler, you can just talk to the concierge through the app as well. And in the top right-hand corner is a little coconut disc that we put on your wrist when you arrive. The color of the strap actually indicates whether you're Serenity or non-Serenity, but it is also your room key access, which I think is a really easy thing to get in and out of the room. You never have to worry about leaving your key in the room. Now, I said that Haven really is for everyone, but it is such a special property for romance. It really shines in this area. We, as I mentioned, only do one wedding per day, which I think is really important. We do have the opportunity for complimentary wedding packages. There are some ways in which they can get a free, very small, intimate wedding. We've got a great bridal suite and we have programs in which they can come down and sort of test drive what the wedding experience would be like and taste food, see the venues, etc. There's over a dozen locations on property to host the wedding itself and or the ceremonies. Like in the center picture under the tree, that's a reception dinner, for example, under the ceiba tree, near the Temescal, really beautiful gardens throughout. We are, of course, open to all the LGBTQ plus weddings. We have a person on property who's very much trained in the shoddy weddings as well, so we can pretty much cater to anything you need. I mentioned we've got a lot of packages from test driving the wedding to engagement, proposal packages. Honeymoon packages are available that they can purchase if they didn't get a romance suite or celebrate their anniversary. And vow renewals. So all of the photos that you're seeing are actually taken on property. They're real weddings that have taken place. And I think having one wedding a day is really important for the bride and groom. We just opened now, it's almost 18 months ago, our convention center, which is spectacular. It's actually won an award already for its design and architecture. So it's over 20,000 square feet. It has a massive lobby. It can actually it can actually fit up to 2,000 people in it, which is more than, or sorry, 1,000 people, which is more than our hotel can accommodate. And that's because we intend to build a family property next door to Haven Riviera Cancun. And that convention center would be the one place that they can jointly meet together. So as I said, the convention center can celebrate events, it can do incentive groups, it can host any type of meeting or convention that might be needed. We use this a lot. It's got great boardrooms, a very, very comfortable area, and it's divisible in a multiple variety of ways where we can cater from 15 people really up to 1,000 people. So keep this in mind if you've got some of those groups that may want to celebrate something in destination. It really is supreme, not only for its location, but for its design and the offering. Okay, let's get into it. What's in it for you? This is the most important part. Not only will you have very happy customers, but you're going to look like the smart one in the room. We have some great resources that are available at Haven Resorts Academy. So from the maps to know where things are located, to what suites are located, a flyer that talks about the green fees at El Tinto. We've got fact sheets, romance packages, and the easiest one to use is really the top 10 reasons to choose Haven Riviera Cancun. So hopefully these are very helpful to you, and you've got access to this not only on Spoiled Agent, because we do store them there as well, but also at havenresortsacademy.com. We introduced this just last year, a new e-brochure. And this is really helpful, I think, for you to just take the link, send it to a client. They can look through, get a lot more information, make it easy for you to suggest the ways in which Haven might be the right choice for them. It talks about everything, even if they're just a couple maybe considering doing their honeymoon or wedding here, it'll guide them through everything that they need to know about the resort. So hopefully you'll find some very useful reasons to use this brochure for your customers and just send it to them. So keep this in mind as well. It's also available on Spoiled Agent and havenresortsacademy.com. We also have a media site. That QR code in the top kind of takes you to it. It has 360-degree tours of all of the guest suites on property. So if somebody says, what's the difference between Serenity Club Oceanfront and a junior suite Ocean View, you can show them literally, put them in the room, and they'll take a tour around the room. They'll know the bathroom size. They'll know how spacious the room is. They'll see what the view is like. I think it's really helpful. Same for all the restaurants and bars and a variety of different areas throughout the property. So this is really helpful if you want to share images, even if you want to share images through social media. This is where you can grab them easily and make your own post. We ask if you would please register at havenresortsacademy.com for a number of reasons, some of which are we send a monthly newsletter. We will never spam you, I promise. So it's just one newsletter that's letting you know what's new at Haven, what specials might be going on, what to look for different invitations. We're doing some special events on property. So you really do register at havenresortsacademy.com. When you do that and you attend one of our webinars, which you've already done, then we can do specific things. Like if you have guests that are celebrating something special, 10th anniversary or a birthday, you can send us a note that way and we can request specific buildings. We can request a welcome amenity and put a little note in from you. We can acknowledge these special occasions and make sure that they're well cared for. Even if they just want to request a specific building, you know that the room category is in that building, but they want to be on the 4th floor. Keep that in mind as well, because I think that it's really nice. Guests feel like they're welcome before they even get to the property, and you've got the inside access. So do keep this in mind and register, please. And then when it's time for you to come down to Haven, you just have to write to travel agents at havenresorts.com, and we'll send you the link to book once we've verified that you've registered. So our travel advisor rates are really simple. We do an average of 35 to 45% off the published rate. Inventory is limited, but I was looking in December for travel advisors who were coming in January. I could still find a lot of pockets of rooms available. We have both Serenity Club and non-Serenity. We just don't have swim outs. I'm sorry. That is one of our top selling room categories. And we only have 114 of those. All of our ground floor suites are swim out suites. But you can always ask the reservations team to upgrade to Serenity Club and they'll provide you with a rate once you're booked. So on average, it's about $150, $170 per person per night for a travel advisor room, but really a very, very special rate and special property. So I didn't really do a great job of introducing myself, but I am Jan Lapointe. I'm the director responsible for both the US and Canada. I've been with the resort for almost 7 years also. I'm really thrilled to be part of this amazing property. I can help you in any way. Just reach out to me. My email is jan.lapointe@havenresorts.com. And then there's a many other more important people that you need to be aware of. If you have anything that involves wanting to do an event on property, or you've got an incentive group, or you have a bride and groom that are coming down, reach out to events.manager at Haven Resorts. If you have people that have maybe they are celebrating some type of event when they're on property, or they want a specific butler, or they are looking for a easy access to the main area. Guest services, and if they're staying in Serenity, the Serenity Club area, that you could write to either one of those making those requests. Spas, they will actually pre-book some spa reservations if you've already got a booking confirmed. So they will give you the price list and all of their offerings and make those appointments for you in advance. So that's spa reception. Anytime someone wants to request a special building, or is maybe ADA challenged, or they want to just confirm something, reservations.hrc, will put all of those notes in the file that you may need the hotel to know in advance. And then if you have any questions, reach out to travel agents at havenresorts.com and they'll answer any questions that you may have or give you access to things. So just keep those in mind because I think they're very helpful for making sure that you are personalizing the guest's stay in advance and making it just more memorable than ever. So that's about all I have for today. I don't know, Susan, if I'm going to pop into the questions now
Sure. Well, you
and
did a
see.
really great job. My goodness. I'm going to
Oh,
tell you, I'm
good.
going to send the comments to you because they're
Perfect.
out of this world of everyone's like loving the food, the property, and you do such a
Yeah.
great job showcasing it. I'm going to be honest, like, wow.
Awesome. Thank you. You all have to come down. Judy, yes, you have to stay here. I really recommend it. It really is an easy sell, but it's, once you go, that kind of thing. I really think you would enjoy it. So do come down.
For
Thank you,
sure.
Sherry. It's really nice.
I'm gonna just pop over to
Oh,
Facebook
April.
first because there's some questions on Facebook. I'm gonna kind of go back
Yeah.
and forth.
Okay. That would be
Lynn on
great.
Facebook said, "Hi Jan, does Haven offer private transfers from the Cancun airport?"
Um, I would say. So generally, we use Amstar as the DMC. It's inexpensive and they are direct transfers if you book them that way. On our website, there's a link to that so that you can book those with them and be commissioned. So I think that's really great. I am going to say that if you had booked the presidential suite or the master suites, the hotel may look at that. But generally, you're booking with tour operators or wholesalers who will have it bundled for you anyway. But if you're going to book direct, and often we offer 14% commission. You heard it here. 14% commission in February is going to be our next offer. So we're just getting that loaded now. And if you're a HIP advisor, then you get the email so you'll know about it. I think that it's really, really well
Oh
worth
my
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
You guys heard it.
Yeah,
She just spilled the tea for you.
I did. Sorry. Yeah.
Anita on Zoom said she has clients heading there in February. And
Yeah.
after this webinar, I know I chose a right resort for them. So excited.
Thank
Now I
you.
need to get there myself. Thank you for the
Yes.
presentation.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. It's
Oh,
really nice to hear.
Jennifer on Zoom says,
And
so,
I think,
oh, sorry.
yeah.
Jennifer on Zoom said, which tour operators can we book Haven with? Like Vacation Express, Classic
Oh, good,
Vacation?
good question. Yes. So in Canada, Air Canada Vacations, Transat Holidays, and WestJet Vacations are the three. In the US, we are ALGV, so the Apple, Funjet, etc.
Yep.
ALGV, Delta Vacations, Classic Vacations, Pleasant Holidays, Vacation Express, American Airline Vacations. Who am I missing? I think that's the big ones. Yes, yes. So pretty much everybody, that's it. And yeah, so we don't have sorry, I keep getting a message about an otter plan. I'm not sure if you see that one.
No.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think not having a timeshare is just so stupendous. Hazel asked, is it all inclusive? Yes, sorry. Yes, it's all inclusive, definitely. The small discounts that you see for the food and beverage or for the spa are exclusive to Serenity Club, but those are just for the add-ons. So you don't have to spend any money when you're there, but I do want you to do the spa because, of course, that is always extra. But yeah, it's definitely all inclusive.
Jennifer's asking, and it's kind of going to go hand in hand with the next questions. Are there elevators? And
Yes, there
you
is.
mentioned wheelchair accessible pools, rooms, and everything. So just is that
Yes.
okay? Great.
Yes, I will say there's probably only two completely ADA rooms where you can roll into the shower in a chair. So I do want to know in advance that your guests are coming so that we can reserve that room with the reservations team. So just to keep that in mind. But every tour operator, LGV is going to be the last one connected in hopefully within the next 10 days. The holidays just slowed us down a little bit. And they will have direct room availability. Like it's a really great, you know exactly what room category, what bedding you're going to get.
Okay, great. I just have a comment because I think it's important to say the comments too.
Yes, of course, of course.
Jennifer on Facebook said, thank you so much for the in-depth webinar. The entire property is my vibe, let alone her clients.
Right? Yeah, I love that.
I love it. So I
Thank
know
you.
we talked about at the end, and maybe some people missed it, but you talked about, of course, for the HIP advisor.
Yeah.
Can we just maybe talk about? Someone is asking about when they package things up. Is it through the HIP advisor portal, or how is that done?
Oh, that's easy. Okay. So once you do a registration, then internally we have to get you into the system. That allows you to book directly on havenresorts.com. When you're in the booking engine, which is where you've got the calendar so that you can see what dates are open, there is a special code section. In the special code, the drop down is travel advisor. And from there, you just enter your IATA because you've already registered on the Haven Resorts Academy site. That's how we know that it's a travel advisor booking and you're going to get 14% commission or 10% any other time of the year. So that would 100% is the way to do it. I don't think there's anything else with all at that point in time, whether you're booked with a wholesaler, tour operator, or direct, you can make those requests directly to myself and or to any one of the individuals. Feel free to copy me in. I can absolutely help if think the interpretation may be open and just want to guide the hotel as to what you're asking. I was a travel advisor back in the day, and I know how hard it is to get communication sometimes out of country. So 100% we can answer all of those questions.
Okay.
I did want to address one thing. Sherry mentioned that the travel advisor rates are in US dollars and not Canadian dollars. And I am sorry about that. I wish we had Canadian dollar rates. Sometimes when you're booking through a wholesaler in Canada, They do offer some package rates that we participate in that are for the travel community at certain times of the year. I think they're called like a DIY fam kind of thing rates. So keep that in mind because maybe that would be the best approach if the dollar fluctuates that much. Because when we contract, the rates are all in US dollars globally.
Okay,
So I
fair.
understand how challenged it is. I just wanted to make sure we address
And
that. But I'll
that's
bring it up again, Sherry. I'll bring it up because it's always nice to have Canadian dollar rates. I'm a Canadian living in the United States. I
yeah,
get it.
yes. Nick on Zoom said, is the 14% commission in February, is that for bookings made in February or travel
Yes.
in February?
No, made in February. Any clients, any bookings that you make on havenresorts.com in February will earn 14% commission for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. So if you guys have to go and sell Haven, we get it. But Jan and I are going to stay on just to finish some questions because we know that you guys are here because you want to meet Jan and you want to ask questions. So we're going to take those for you guys.
Perfect.
If you need to go, this has been recorded. We're going to add it onto Jan's page on spoiledagent.com. And all the fact sheets, agent rates, all the great things Jan's talked about, it's also there. You just go to hotels and then you go down to Haven and you're going to get everything there. Okay, we're going to continue if that's okay. Charles said,
Sure.
I know you talked about some restaurants having extra costs. I know you had mentioned also the chef table. Was there any more that were extra if they wanted to go?
Okay. So yes, chef's table, some of those experiences that I mentioned, like the gin tasting and the tequila and chocolate tasting, those are extra. The spa, of course, is extra. Um, and really the wine list. The wine list that's over and above. I think there's 6 different types of wine that are included, including bubbly. But if they want you know, uh, one of the Mexican labeled beautiful wines or a Spanish or Italian wine, they can get that from the sommelier. They've got great wine lists. I think they're very average pricing. Like it's not excessive by any means. So yeah, that's the only other thing that I can see that would be extra. There's a jewelry store, of course, and the gift shop, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
other than that, no, everything else I mentioned is included.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
And Sarah, and let's see, someone else is asking, can you just say again when the family resort will be open
Oh,
and
good question.
will it be a similar style to Haven?
Yeah. So in terms of the owners have already designed the property. They don't want to start construction in high season, of course. So the goal is this April, May after Easter to start. The groundwork has already been done because as we were building the convention center, that's the same time that we were building building 7 and 8, the exclusive Serenity section. So we did a lot of the groundwork for the family property then. So they'll be able to go in and it won't interrupt anyone on the Haven side and start construction. That generally takes 18 months. So that means that it would be the end of 27
Okay.
would be is the goal, right? We haven't formally announced it. So it's kind of a little bit of an insight. So end of 27 is probably the earliest you want to consider booking in 28. We'll let you know when that's on sale.
Well, and that's the best when you're a
Yeah,
spoiled agent, you get to hear all these little crumbs that Jane
exactly.
drops.
Exactly.
Talitha, she's asking, she's got to go, but where can she hear this again? So again, it'll be on Jan's page on spoiledagent.com. You just click on hotels and you're going to see Haven there. It's also on our YouTube channel. But I almost forgot to mention at Spoiled Agent, because you have registered to listen to this webinar today, we have offered a $250 Amazon gift card to a lucky spoiled agent once a month at the beginning, the first week of the month, we do a draw, Jan. So because they joined on here today, they join us on Zoom, on YouTube, on Facebook, they're going to be entered to win. So we just did the draw yesterday for December. So, look out for that in the first week of February. And, every time you join, your name gets entered. So I didn't want to forget that. That's super important. 250 bucks on
Yes.
Amazon. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
Um,
That's great.
Okay, Sharon is saying she has clients staying at the resort at the end of January.
Yeah.
So do they need to make dinner reservations in advance? And is it easy to get resos if they have to?
Okay. So if they're in all guests have to be on property in order to make dinner reservations. It might be that we can put in a request for each table specific night because they're only there for 3 nights. But as soon as they arrive and they're at the reception, there's a concierge right there that they can, if they're non-Serenity, they can book all of their dinner reservations for the week. And, as long as they're flexible, maybe it's, Italian, uh, Japanese, and then the Oleos. So as long as they're flexible on which night that is, and then they should be fine. If they're staying in Serenity Club, the butler will do that for them, again, as soon as they arrive. And they'll give them, their preferred time. They'll work around that. The peak time for dinner is like between 7 and 8:30. So if you're flexible and can do 6 or 8:30 to 9, you'll have no problem. They even take walk-in. You don't have to make dinner reservations. There's enough places on property that you can literally walk in, get on a list, go have a cocktail. They'll let you know when the dinner is ready.
I love
So
it. I love doing
yeah,
that on vacation.
right? Exactly. They just need a room number in order to assign the reservation to the
Sure.
guest, basically.
I just want to say, I see Kelly, our Kelly has popped on here on Facebook and she said, Hi, Susan and Jan. She
Hey,
would love to be there right now in this beautiful property. Who would?
yes, exactly. Hey, Kelly, Happy New Year.
Okay, so Nicole's asking, are you able to share today's deck? I don't know how
Yes,
to.
I
Yeah,
was just going to address that exactly. Nicole, yes, I'd be happy to. If you don't mind, Nicole, well, actually, Susan, you'll be sharing their email. So
absolutely.
I'll get your email from there, Nicole, and send that to you. And Sherry also, you were looking for a link to log the bookings. So if you're not seeing on havenresortsacademy.com, it has a number of links on there. One to register your bookings, and another to go to the marketing material. So if you don't mind going there, if you have any issue, just reach out to me. Again, jan.lapointe@havenresorts.com. I'll get it to you.
Okay, great.
I saw Judy was asking about beach wheelchairs. They can
Yes.
rent them. So if guests come down and like I've seen them actually rent wheelchairs for people on property who didn't want to bring their own electric chair with them, maybe. So they can arrange for that. The concierge guest services are excellent helping with that. So yeah,
Okay.
they can walk but not well on sand. Yeah, I think that we don't have them available, but I know that we could probably rent them.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Tammy, we send all the comments and all the questions to Jan later on today, so she
Yes,
has everything she needs to
exactly.
follow up with you guys. Someone's saying they keep logging into the Haven Resorts Academy, but they're having trouble finding the training program. Is there any updates on this?
It's not, we don't have a training program any longer. We took that down at the beginning of 2024, 5, one of those years. We took it down about it feels like 18 months ago. I guess it was middle of 24. So now this is why we want people to re-register so that we're sure that we have the current information. The this type of webinar is really where we want to share the education. So hopefully this will suffice. You don't have to take a test anymore.
For sure, that's
Handy.
great. And they have these opportunities to meet with you, which is, we
Yeah,
love.
exactly. Exactly.
Kim is asking, how are the food allergies handled? Do they need to be submitted in advance?
So they don't have to. We can certainly put it in the reservation if it make you feel more comfortable. What we do is we ask you as you go into every single restaurant, or if we make a reservation, but we double check as you come into the restaurant. Do you have any food allergies? You're gluten free. You're allergic to shellfish, or a nut allergy, or things like that. They're really good at accommodating all of that. So they take particular care. I haven't heard of any issues with it. So everybody seems happy. If you're vegan, you can find choices in the buffet. If you're, I don't know, keto diets, they really do
Hmm.
amazing results in catering to every need.
I'm sure this type of caliber property, I'm
Yeah.
sure everything's taken care of for sure. Quincy's asking, is a beach swimmable? And how's the
Yeah.
seaweed there?
Yeah, so it's a great time of year. There is none right now. It's really, I mean, none, it's not abnormal right now.
Yeah.
It is, I know the Mexican government is doing some great efforts this coming summer as it gets bad, late spring, early summer. It's really the summer that's probably the worst time, but they clear the beach really well twice a day. They're up before dawn and starting the process. There are times of year where it can be murky, but it is a total swimmable beach. It's just, Mother Nature. I'm not sure what she's going to provide. So this time of year, it's sublime right now. It really
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Someone's asking Jan, how can we confirm what our point balance is for registering our bookings? I submitted
Okay.
a few register bookings, but where's the information? Thanks.
So we don't really have a point system. What we ask you to do, the reason we ask you to register your bookings is so that we know who our top performers are. Because the
Hmm.
booking is coming through a travel wholesaler or a tour operator, we don't know. We only know that you're we don't even know that it's you selling it. So that's why we ask you to register. That's so when we do events, like maybe we are launching the family hotel and we want to bring a fam down to a property. That is where we'll go to who our top performers are that have supported Haven in the past, that we want to introduce them to something new. So if that is something of interest, 100%, keep registering the bookings. We still will give you, just for registering, attending one of our webinars, and being in our newsletter flow, you get access to the travel advisor rates. So that really is our benefit because we're only one hotel and we're, a relatively small hotel. It's hard to have something super robust. But, I think it's a really great offer. It's a great product. You won't be disappointed. It's perfect for your personal vacation. And it's a gem. It's like you've got a secret that you want to share. It really is
Awesome.
an excellent property.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure. So if Hazel's going to do her own booking, does she get commission on her own booking?
Well, if you're booking as a consumer, like on the consumer website where you've just entered your IATA number, you're going to get commission on that. If you're booking yourself, you should use the travel advisor rates. You don't get commission on a travel advisor rate
Right.
because those are net rates. They're
Right.
30 to 40% off of the consumer rates. So that's not commissionable, but you can book a consumer rate if there's no travel agent rates available, I guess. And yes, you would get commission. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just depends what you want to do, for sure.
Right.
Well, Jen, this has been amazing. This was our
Oh,
first webinar of 2026, and I'm so glad it
thank
was
you.
with you.
Oh, so good to see you.
You do
So good to
such a
see you.
great
So
job.
thank you so much, everybody. That was such a treat to see everybody. We're going to send out a thank you email also, so people will have some links, and hopefully we'll give them, some more insights. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, I am here.
Fabulous. And thank you all the spoiled agents from all across Canada and the US on Facebook, on Zoom, and on LinkedIn. Our Facebook friends, if you forgot to add your email in the comments, please do it now. Don't
Yeah.
forget so we know you're here.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Jan, it's a pleasure. We love it. It's a great property, and I love always hearing the updates. And to you too, and to
Thank you.
everyone out there.
Yeah.
See
Thanks,
y'all
everybody. It
soon.
was